knockouts. You know, if that was the case, his face would look like mush. You know, he's moving his head, he's jabbing.
He's slick. A lot of people too, like,
since he knocked people out so much, people forget that he's a good boxer.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford is my favorite fighter of this era. You know, he's my favorite fighter of this era. So, as friends, as business, in boxing, Terence Crawford wins.
But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork, which Canelo cannot handle. And we know that for a fact. It happened with Bivol, it happened with Mayweather, who schooled him left and right.
Mike Tyson issued a stern warning to Canelo after watching Terence Crawford's intense training sessions. He noted that while every fighter has their own style, some unlock a ruthless, animal-like instinct when it truly counts. Tyson emphasized that the blend of aggression and discipline can make a boxer almost unbeatable. In his view, Crawford's mindset and ferocity prove he's prepared for war, which could leave Canelo vulnerable against that kind of hunger.
That long ago. That's what's so crazy.
Listen, most of these guys, Alexander Green, Hannibal, Genghis Khan, we have their DNA. That's why some people are savages to some, because we have these guys' DNA. These guys conquered the world, and look who we are, what level we are. We have their seeds. We have them. Some people, like they have those psychopaths. Some people love killing people. Some people love eating people. Some people don't, just like animals, some animals get domesticated quicker than others. And the same in human beings. Some of them get domesticated quicker than others. And some of them just never get domesticated. They're just what they are.
So you genetically passed down their makeup.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I think the way we're so attached to our phones is going to lead to us being attached to some electronic thing that we wind up accepting in our body.
No, listen,
and it's going to change what people are.
Like some iRobot shit, honestly? You think
legitimately. Like some kind of cyborg shit.
If all of us right now, if our phones stop now, we would start fighting for some reason. Before we figured this shit out, if our phones started now, we would for some reason find reasons to fight.
We're so distracted by phones. But I think the thing about phones is you accept the fact that everybody has one. You accept the fact you always have it on you. So it might as well be a part of your body. It's just not connected. And one day it will be. One day they're going to figure out how to put a thing on your head that makes your brain work way better. And a few people are going to do it, and they're going to have a big advantage. And then we're all going to do it.
But until then,
your
phone will be like your will.
As he prepares for the biggest challenge of his career, Terence Crawford has chosen to spar with Carlos Adams, a powerful middleweight recognized for his raw strength and relentless attack. The decision highlights Crawford's mindset as he gears up for Canelo Álvarez. Knowing he'll be facing a naturally bigger opponent, Crawford realizes that adjusting to heavy shots is a necessity, not an option. By enduring and countering Adams' punishing blows and training, he is hardening both his body and mind for the storm he anticipates on fight night. This approach showcases not only Crawford's toughness, but also his sharp tactical awareness.
So here's a video that many people have sent me to determine, in their mind, that Terence Bud Crawford would lose to Canelo Álvarez, or is going to lose September 13th to Canelo Álvarez, as he is sparring here middleweight WBC world champion Carlos Adames, who is 24 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 18 wins by way of knockout. And people are saying that Carlos Adames, who's 5'11" with a 73-inch arm reach, is having his way with Terence Bud Crawford. And this is an indication that the 168-pound Canelo Álvarez, who's 5'7" with a 70-inch arm reach, is going to have the same type of success and knock Terence Crawford out. But what people are not paying attention to is Terence Crawford is standing right in front of Carlos Adames and taking the big punches from Carlos Adames as he's standing in the pocket and counterpunching him and taking his blows at a smaller weight class while competing at 147. Now he bulked up.
Oscar de la Hoya, once Canelo's rival and now a promoter, believes that Canelo's aggression could ultimately work against him. He predicts Canelo will apply his trademark pressure, but argues that Crawford's technical brilliance and adaptability could turn that into a weakness. De La Hoya points to how Floyd Mayweather neutralized Canelo with defensive mastery and ring IQ, and how Dimitri Bivol outclassed him by dictating distance and tempo. The message is clear. Crawford, much like those champions, has the tools to break down Canelo's style. With his switch-hitting southpaw stance, sharp counters, and exceptional fight IQ, Crawford brings multiple paths to victory. While Canelo may push forward with power and volume, Crawford's skill and intelligence could allow him to pick apart that
Has a shot
aggression.
in beating Canelo Álvarez.
That's the million-dollar question. When I watched Terence Crawford get rattled and rocked by Yorkis Gamboa, who's a natural 30-pounder, that to me is going to be a huge problem when he gets hit by Canelo. So he fights at 175. He's fighting these big monsters.
Right. Yeah.
He's not getting rattled at all.
Right. Nah.
Berlanga's a big kid.
Right. Yeah.
So it makes me think, I mean, how is Crawford going to keep him away for 12 rounds? Canelo's going to come at him hard.
Right.
But then again, I think about Crawford's abilities and his IQ and his footwork, which Canelo cannot handle. And we know that for a fact. It happened with Bivol, it happened with Mayweather, who schooled him left and right with no problem. And Canelo was way stronger than Mayweather. So there's
Don't you think Canelo's a better fighter than he was then? Today?
A better fight? Yeah, a little better. Yeah, his footwork is still the same. He's flat-footed. He's very heavy on his feet.
Obviously, Canelo has the power to hurt anyone.
In this game, power means a lot. If you can't keep your guy off you, or you don't know how because it's too much pressure.
Right.
And the one thing about Crawford is that he knows how to handle the pressure. He's a savvy boxer, you know, and he doesn't run. And he has that heart. He's a dog. He has that heart.
Drawing parallels between Terence Crawford and Alexander Usyk is more than fair. Usyk, a naturally smaller man at heavyweight, toppled giants like Anthony Joshua and even stood toe-to-toe with Tyson Fury by relying on his own style, speed, footwork, and unwavering confidence. Experts suggest Crawford should take a similar approach against Canelo, not by trying to match size or brute strength, but by leaning into what makes him exceptional. His timing, precision, and ring generalship are second to none in today's boxing landscape. Like Usyk, if Crawford controls the rhythm, he can neutralize Canelo's physical edge. The key lesson is that greatness doesn't come from mirroring an opponent's strengths, but from sharpening one's own. For Crawford, that means trusting his instincts, staying disciplined, and using his complete skill set to offset size and power. It's about training not just hard, but smart, because in this matchup, his true weapon may be his identity.
You know, he never made those millions of dollars that he deserved to make, and became friends with Turki Al-Sheikh, which Turki Al-Sheikh announced it publicly. Terence Crawford is my favorite fighter of this era. You know, he's my favorite fighter of this era. So, as friends, as business, in boxing, Terence Crawford wins. Yeah. But he wins money. Because now, hey, you know what, as my friend that you are, I make you an offer. Would you fight Canelo? I'll give you 40 million. I don't know if it's 40, I don't know if it's 50, 60, but he's not gonna make no less than $10 million. So right there, Crawford's winning, regardless. As a fighter, like, dude, you give me 20 million, I'll fight anybody. I'll fight Anthony Joshua right now. Yeah. So Terence Crawford has to sell the fight. He has to say, I'll beat Canelo, left and right, whatever, right? But we've seen it we've seen it many, many times. When fighters move up 2 divisions to beat a champion, they fail. Yeah. I mean, I saw it with Mikey Garcia when he fought Earl Spence. I saw it when Demetrius Andrade, a 147-pounder, was avoided for years. He moved to 54, he was avoided. He moved to 160, he fought maybe once or twice. Nobody wanted to fight him, so he moves to 68 and fights Benavidez. What happens? He looked good for the first 3 rounds because he's good. But once that